Alright, well anyways, it's been a minute since I made the last video. I found out that this truck is mine. This, apparently I'm assigned this truck or whatever. But I wanted to make a video about my trash load out of New York, right? If you end up running flatbed for Western Express, you will pull a fucking trash load out of New York, right? And it's the shittiest fucking load from start to finish that I've fucking had. I'll try to squeeze all of this in on one video, but so anyways, you know, I had a load of shingles and shit like that going to Long Island. You know, for those of you who don't know where Long Island is, it's that fucking island in New York City. It's the long one. It's where fucking Brooklyn and shit is, right? I'm on the side of the road right now. I'm fucking. I slept on a fucking entrance ramp last night because I ran out of fucking hours. But anyways, and I'm still waiting for a load to come in so I know where I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna start the fucking day clock unless I know which direction I'm gonna head. I'm not gonna waste my fucking hours like that. But anyways, so, you know, I dropped my shingles in Long Island, and, you know, I was about 15 minutes away from, you know, where they load up the trash. So obviously I got that load. You know, driving there, obviously, you know, of course, you know, this piece of shit GPS on the Qualcomm, it sent me down all kinds of fucked up roads and until I finally figured out where I was supposed to go. Pulled in there, sat around for about half an hour. You know, and then you pull over, they load you up. Well, then you pull onto a scale. I pulled onto the scale, but I fucked up. And I pulled up just a little too fucking far. I put the steer tires at the front of the truck about an inch off the front of the scale, right? Well, you know, that fucks everything up because, you know, that it makes you that much lighter. So when I pulled on, I was reading like 54 or 64,000 pounds. So I went out there and I told the guy to load me up with like 4 or 5 more bales or how many ever. But then when I walked back in, I noticed the truck was too far. So I backed the truck back onto the scale, went inside, I was at 84,000, right? Which, those of you who don't drive a truck, you can only gross 80,000 pounds without a permit. Or else, you know, you get a fucking ticket. So, you know, apparently it was this big fucking deal that, like, you know, I didn't realize that they couldn't just take them back off. It was just such a big fucking deal, right? So I had to sit around and wait for another 30, 45 minutes till they loaded the truck behind me. Then I had to, you know, back up into the warehouse where all the trash is at, and a front end loader had to push them off onto a forklift. And then I had to fucking scale again, and I was at 79,000 gross, which is pretty fucking heavy. You know, a lot of loads, you know, there's some, you know, flatbedding, you're gonna haul a lot of heavy shit. You know, we don't get a lot of light loads in flatbedding. They max you out most of the time, but, you know, got out of there, strapped my fucking shit, you know, and I'm like, fuck this. I got 4 hours left on the clock. I'm getting out of New York. There's nowhere to fucking, there's no truck stops or any of that shit in New York City. So I fucking, you know, I put the pedal to the metal, got the fuck out of there. You know, it took me like 2.5 hours just to get out of, you know, New York and New Jersey and finally, you know, kind of get out into Pennsylvania and shit. Stopped at a TA. That wasn't that bad. Then I woke up yesterday like, alright, I got 350 miles left to go. You know, let's do this. Left in the morning. So I'm going down fucking I-80 towards Ohio. I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm going through mountains and shit. The fucking GPS on the Qualcomm starts fucking up. It starts losing my position. It starts losing the GPS fix. You know, it's coming in and out and shit. And I'm like, alright, it's not too bad. You know, whatever. wrote down my fucking, my route solution. I knew where I had to go. I got an atlas just in case, you know. But I like to follow that. It just makes my job easier when it's working. So, I get to the point where it has no idea where I'm at. It's gone. The GPS is fucked. Doesn't know where the fuck I am, right? You know, stopped, got some fuel. Then I get, this is where, you know, I should have realized this from my month in training with my, my driver trainer. He taught me this, but I didn't think about it. It had me going down a U.S. highway for 120 miles. The last 120 miles of the trip, right? Or late, you know, 100 miles, 120 miles, whatever. You know, you don't fucking take 79,000 pounds down a fucking U.S. highway for 100 miles. The reason why is traffic, small towns, red lights, ever fluctuating speed limits like 45, 60, 55, 65, back down to 45, back up to 55. And it takes a lot of time to get this motherfucker back up to speed, you know? And then I was going fucking hill after mountain after fucking hill after mountain. It was just the worst fucking shit, you know? And the speed limit's like 55. You got people going slow. God, it was the most fucked up shit. You know, 9% fucking grades. You know, I'm chugging up at like 15 miles an hour, going up that fucking hill real slow. People are backing up behind me and shit. You know, and I had told my fucking DM I'd given him an ETA like 1:30 Central Time. Well, fucking, that was out the fucking window, man. He even sent me a message. He's like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, Qualcomm's fucked up. Route solution is shit. You know, I took US 22 right through the heart of Pittsburgh during rush hour. So that cost me about a good fucking hour sitting in Pittsburgh traffic. You know, everybody getting off work. But alright, I got through Pittsburgh. I'm like, I'm fucking home free, right? Get down to some county road, right? The directions it was giving me, even the route solution was total fucking shit. I should have taken I-80 all the way above Pittsburgh, come straight down through Pittsburgh, and then onto that highway. Probably would have saved me a good fucking 2 hours, you know, just staying on the fucking interstate. Got off the road, got onto County Road 43, which apparently there's a Walmart distribution center out there, but it's not too far off the highway, you know. Mine was fucking way off the highway, good 10, 15 miles out there, and we're talking some crazy fucking steep hills. You know, a fucking one hill I came up to it in 5th gear. I almost stalled the truck on the fucking hill. Had to stop on the hill, put it back into 1st gear, and I had to crawl. This fucking hill was like that. I had to crawl this motherfucker up in 1st gear. That's how steep it was. I didn't want to switch gear because I would have started rolling backwards and I hit the clutch. It was steep as fuck, and I crawled up over this fucking hill. You know? And you go through these fucking tiny little towns where the main road is the only road in the fucking town. Like, here's people's houses, and then the businesses are on the same road. And there's like 90-degree turns you gotta make with a fucking trailer. It's the craziest shit. Missed my fucking turn. There's actually signs out there to say Apex this way, Apex that way, you know? And I missed my fucking turn. Some truck driver's like, hey man, you're going to Apex, you know, hey, turn around in that parking lot, you can come back and make the turn. So there's a little store. It was like the only place to turn around. You know, pull into this gravel parking lot, you know, try to start backing my trailer around so I can get back on the road. I fucking, the tractor, the drive wheels fall off the pavement and they sink into the fucking mud, right? And fucking wheels start spinning. I lock the differential. Wheels are still spinning. I'm going back. I'm going forward. I'm going backward and forward. I'm like, well, this is where I'm gonna spend the night. I got fucking 3 hours left on the clock or whatever, 2.5 hours. I'm gonna have to wait for breakdown, or the truck to come pull me out. I'm gonna sleep in this parking lot tonight. All right, well, here it is. You know, I've resigned to the fact that I was stuck. But you know what? I fucking wiggled it out. I've had trucks stuck before. If you fuck with them enough, sometimes you can get them out. You know, finally got it out, got back on the road. Like, alright. You know, fuck it. I make my turn, and I go up the most fucked up road. You know, this crazy dirt, gravel fucking road. There's ruts. The whole goddamn truck is just fucking shaking like this. You know what I mean? Fucking all my shit's falling onto the ground off the shelves, and fucking everything's rattling to shit. It was the most fucked up road. You know? I go down that, and I finally get to the fucking scale house. Right? You know, pull up, I'm like, hey, how you doing, man? You know, going to the scale house, you know, I scale the truck. He says, okay, if you've got, you got some tow hooks, you're gonna need to put those on, because it had just rained, right? When I was coming through Pittsburgh, there's a big fucking torrential downpour. I said, well, I got tow hooks, but they're fastened to the frame with a bolt, and I don't have any tools. So we just kind of stared at each other for a minute, and I said, oh yeah, you know what, I got a wrench. I don't have any tools, because I haven't been fucking home. He's like, oh, you got a CB, put on channel 5, they'll tell you when to come up. I don't have a CB because I haven't been home. My CB's at the house. My tools are at the house. You know? So, he's like, alright, well, maybe they'll come down, whatever, blah, blah, fuck it. You know, took the tow hooks off the frame, stuck them in the bumper, because he said trucks have been getting stuck up there. I said, oh, this is going to be fucking delightful. You know? It's a landfill, by the way, in the middle of fucking nowhere, Ohio. It's borderline fucking the wilderness out here. I'm fucking telling you. You know, there's barely people. I don't even know why there's people that live out here. You know? They work at the landfill. I don't fucking know. But, anyways, go down the road, and I gotta take this road all the fucking way around this goddamn landfill and come to the end of the hill. There was another Western truck in front of me. Get out. What the fuck was all that about? I start popping my straps off, get all those off. Dude in front of me is actually a cool guy. This black guy works for Western. Another flatbedder. He'd been here a couple times. He said, hey man, I'm spending the night here because I'm out of hours. So he said, I tell you what, if you want, because you don't have a CB, when they call me on a CB, you can go up first, and then I'll just wait till they call me. All right, cool. So they called him. He came over, let me know, hey, they're ready for you to go up the hill. So I trudge up this fucking muddy hill. You know, the wheels are spinning. I had the differentials locked, traction control off. You know, I knew the drill. The wheels are spinning up the hill, but I'm making it, right? I get to the top of the hill, and there's this fucking old white guy standing there, you know, with his you know, his orange and yellow fucking high visibility shit on. And I pull up, I roll my window down, I said, hey man, how you doing? He goes, I don't give a shit how you do it, but you need to turn this around and you need to back the trailer up onto that machine. Because if you get stuck, I gotta fucking jerk you around with that front end loader. Okay, alright, I'll get it done. There was a bunch of rubber mats, like big, like this fucking thick, 8 feet long, 6 feet wide. They're all gridded together in front of this fucking machine, right? That I gotta, it's as wide as the trailer, right? There's like maybe an inch on either side, maybe. You know, you gotta back it straight up in there. But these rubber mats are only in front of the machine. Everywhere else is just sloppy fucking mud, puddles and shit. So I'm like, alright. He said, you need to drive this bitch like you stole it. I'm like, hey, I ain't afraid to fucking, it ain't my truck. You know, I'll fucking get it in there, fuck it. But keep in mind, I'm at 79,000. They typically load this trash at 70,000. So I'm 4.5 tons heavier than the normal truck that goes up there. I probably had I had about 3 more bales than the guy in front of me. I was fucking real heavy, right? So I go on the rubber mats, come around, bring the tractor into the mud, and I try to back that trailer up. start spinning. I'm going backward, I'm going forward, and I get stuck. And he says, pull this fucking thing around to the right, and then, you know, put it back on there. So I pull it around through the mud, the whole fucking thing, you know, and the more you turn that fucking trailer, those spread axles, they want to dig in. They don't want to fucking swing around, you know. It's different than with a fucking box trailer, a van trailer, because your tandems are right there and they'll rotate. Spread axles, they don't want to do that, right? So I got stuck. He backs the front end loader, hooks the chain up, put this hunk of shit in neutral, and I'm gonna pull you over there. So at this point, I had to laugh a little bit, you know? I mean, I'm sorry. You know, this is a guy who's been doing something. That's one of the motherfuckers been doing their job way too long, you know what I mean? They're just fucking jaded. But he gets pissed off. He says, you think this is fucking funny? And I'm like, you know, hey, he's like, you're over there fucking around, man. I gotta fucking pull you out now. I'm like, hey, man, the fucking tires are bald. What do you want? You know, I'm sorry, shit, you know? Hooks it up, pulls it forward, pulls me back onto the rubber mats where I can get straight. Right? I back the trailer right onto this machine. I was at a fucking angle, so my front right steer tire falls off the fucking machine. So I had to pull back up off, you know, onto the fucking machine and then straighten it out and back it up. And I'm like, is this good or back more, you know? He's like, keep going. So I back the trailer up until it slams into the fucking machine. I guess I'm there. You know? Pull the brakes and I get out. Pull my last two straps off. He fires up the machine. And, you know, I pull my lines off the trailer, pull the pin, and pull my truck forward. This fucking machine, it's a lifter, right? It lifts the entire fucking trailer, at probably about 80 degrees, almost completely up in the fucking air, and all the trash bales slide off the end of it. And then they lower it back down and it's completely empty. Doesn't seem like the most efficient way to do that. I figured he would just come around with the front end loader and push the fucking bales, they're big bags, bales of trash, off the fucking trailer and then just push them around, bulldoze them or some shit, I don't know. No, they fucking, they slide them right off the trailer and they fall down the hill. Okay. Hook back up to my trailer. He says, hey, sorry for being a dick, but blah, blah. I'm like, hey, man, it's 9,000 heavier than it normally would have been. It's real fucking heavy, so it's okay, you know, whatever. So he says, but don't fuck around coming out of here, you know, don't get stuck, you know. Drop it into 4th, 5th, whatever, 6th. And I fucking flew out of there, flew down that fucking hill through the mud and got out of there, right? Got back down to the scale house, got my ticket, and I was done. Sent my empty call. I'm at 2 fucking hours for the day at this point, right? No, actually, I was at 2 hours when I got to the top of the hill. Now I'm at 1 hour left on the day before I have to shut down. And I'm thinking, well, I could stay the night in the goddamn fucking parking lot, 15 miles off the fucking U.S. highway. I said, fuck that. I gotta drive out of here anyway. I'll just get it done tonight, so in the morning, you know, I could start in civilization. You know, it's pitch fucking black. You know, I turn on the fucking, the beacon. You know, I got my brights on. I go back down the fucked up road. Dude, I'm flying down fucking roads, going up over hills to where I get to the top, and I can't even see below me. It's just darkness. You know, and then I come down the hill and it immediately curves, you know, and I curve into this side. I'm in the middle of the fucking road because the road is like this fucking wide, you know, and, you know, I'm trying to watch for people that are coming, you know, you know, and I finally get back to the highway, right, and there's a truck stop. Oh shit, I didn't know that was there. I pull in, this fucking place is filled to the motherfucking brim, right? Chock fucking full. It's a small truck stop anyway. The reason it was fucking full is because the nearest truck stop is a fucking hour away. There's like a TA like 45 miles away or something like that, you know? So I'm like, alright, I got 20 minutes left on the clock. Let me get on the highway and make a Hail Mary, see what I can do. Get onto the fucking entrance ramp. I notice there's a couple trucks on the entrance ramp. Okay, there's some space there. That's where I'm gonna be. Fuck it, you know. Pull off onto the entrance ramp. I got 15 minutes on the clock. Log off. Do my post trip. And here I am. You know, it's just... I probably burned 22 fucking hours on a 500-mile load. You know? Like 22 fucking driving hours. Like on-duty fucking hours. 22 fucking on-duty hours, man. You know? I could have done a fucking 1,200-mile load in that amount of time. I could have done 120% more. I could have, that was 500 miles. I could have done 1,200 miles with that amount of hours. That's how much fucking time I waste. Now it's Friday, and I don't have a fucking load. So hopefully, you know, I get something good. I'm at 1,000 hours for the week because I was in the Northeast. Had a load to Jersey, Jersey to Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania to New York, New York to here in Ohio. That was 1,000 miles. That's what happens when you get stuck in the fucking Northeast. In the Midwest, like the last week when I was making those other videos, I did 2,800 miles out in the Midwest. 2,800 miles 1 week. That was on 3 fucking loads, too. Did 3 loads in the Northeast, 1,000 miles. You know, I fucking hate the Northeast. If I haven't said it before, I'm gonna say it now, and I'm gonna say it again. I fucking hate the Northeast. I hate fucking New Jersey, and I fucking hate Pennsylvania, and I really hate New York. Fucking hate them. And everybody's a fucking asshole up there. Everybody. Okay, maybe 1 or 2 people were nice and actually let me in. Everybody else fucking prick. You know, even the people who unload your truck, they're fucking bitching and yelling at you and shit. But, anyways, if you end up working for Western Express and you go flatbed, you will haul one of these loads. If your trainer's done it before, you need to call him on the phone prior and, like, before you get in there, like, first of all, absolutely look at it on the map and do not follow the Qualcomm. Pick your own route. You know what I mean? But I got a pre-plan, thank God. I sent him another message this morning saying, hey, I'm empty. You know, need a fucking load. So, I've been waiting patiently. When I finish this video, I was going to send another one saying, what's up, where's my load? You know? If you're sitting around waiting for a load, fucking stay on them. Don't sit around for a day and a half like, oh, I haven't got my load yet. I'm not making any money. No. You send a message every fucking hour and a half saying, I'm empty, where's my load? I need a load. Can I have a load, please? I still need a load. And they will fucking load you. Because people don't realize you're not the only fucking driver. You know? They may have 50 to 100 fucking drivers that they're fucking taking care of. Right? They forgot you're sitting on the side of the road in Ohio. They're busy. But you send a call, hey, I'm still empty, by the way, just letting you know, I need a load. You pop up again on the radar, and they say, oh yeah, I got a guy in Ohio, let me find him a load. Oh, here we go. Bam, there's a load. My trainer taught me that. That's how it works, you know. Unless you fucking suck at your job, maybe they just don't want to give you a load. But I've been doing this for two weeks by myself. I have not had trouble getting a load yet. I don't know what dudes are bitching about. Man, I only made like $300, man, or $250. I wasn't getting no fucking miles and shit. Fuck this company. I heard a motherfucker say that to me. You know, I heard him say that. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I've been fucking running, you know, even though I only ran 1,000 miles this week, you know, I've been fucking getting steady miles. You know? I've been loaded. I haven't had one day, I mean, I took a reset over the weekend, but, you know, I needed fucking reset, you know? I wasn't bitching about that. And they paid me for the detention for not having a load. You know? But, anyways, that's my trash load. I still need to make a video about being on a trainer's truck. I'll do that. But, you know, thanks for listening to my 25-minute rant. Peace.